Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Composition, a poem by Kamala Das. In this poem, Kamala Das expresses her nostalgic, happy childhood and a sense of loneliness. As a typical Indian woman, she accepts her husband irrespective of the age difference because he was chosen for her by her father. She also admits the realization her husband had, and that was because he regarded her age, and so he gave her full freedom to express her desires. She searches for the security, passion, warmth from her husband, as the responsibility of household lies on his shoulders. But all her hopes were dashed into pieces. She wished to alter herself in accordance with the society and was caught in the process of self identification. In her quest for identity and freedom, she became rebellious against the male chauvinist world and tried to assert her feminist self through her writings. She criticizes her husband for the love and care towards his family, which do not seem convincing to her. Due to her frustration and despair, she tried to search for love outside her home, which for some time fulfilled her unfulfilled desires, but ended in incomplete failure. Each affair tends to intensify her loneliness by providing her freshness and blissfulness. To express a recognition of being an Indian, she went closer to the Hindu religion. In order to find her real existence, she followed the karmic cycle, which compels her to believe that a person suffers as a result of the wrong deeds committed by him in this world. Das shows herself as a victim caught in the web of tribulation. According to her, the meaning of growth for a woman is the growth from a girl to a wife, then to a mother, who has to search for her identity, security, shelter, and love throughout her life. She was never afraid of death. Her beautiful vision of life with a peaceful house, loving husband, surrounded with happiness, care, and understanding was shattered as she grows up. Her portrayal about her life became a tragedy for her from whom she wants freedom and escape. She later found herself as a social misfit, everywhere left with hopelessness and misery. According to her, the subjugation of women is due to the dependence on male folk. Despite being honest and pure at heart, women are exploited, victimized in one way or the other. Now let's read the poem. Ultimately, I have come to face with the sea. In the beginning, the sea was only the wind's ceaseless whisper in a shell. But lying beside my grandmother, quite often I thought that I could hear at night the surf breaking on the shore. The sea was only 2 miles away. That was long ago, but before the skin, intent on survival, learnt lessons of self betrayal. Before the red house that had stood for innocence crumbled and the old woman died, lying for 3 months paralyzed, while the thieves' ants climbed her hands and ate the cuticle. Perhaps my innocence is not all that lost if the stones still endure and pieces of mortar lie scattered in the field. It may be that in my heart I have replaced love with guilt and discovered that both love and hate are involvements. But this only signifies growth, and growth is natural. The tragedy of life is not death, but growth. The child growing into an adult and growing out of needs, discovering that the old have black rimmed nails and scalps from which emanates a sweet, moldy smell. In the years that followed, I was busy growing. I had then no time at all for the sea. But there was off and on a seascape in my dreams, and the water slopping up and sliding down. When I got married, my husband said, "You may have freedom as much as you want." My soul barked at of this dish of ash. Freedom became my dancing shoe. How well I danced and danced without rest until the shoes turned grimy on my feet and I began to have doubts. I asked my husband, "Am I either two? Am I lesbian? Or am I just plain frigid?" He only laughed. For such questions, probably there are no answers, or else the answers must emerge from within. I have lost my best friend to a middle aged cure. The lesbians hiss their love at me. Love I no longer need. With tenderness I am most content. I have learnt that friendship cannot endure, that blood ties do not satisfy. And so, with the interesting man I met, be it a curious editor or a poet with skin yellow, yet antique paper, a skin older than Jesus Christ, I must most deliberately whip up a froth of desire, a passion to suit the occasion. I must let my mind strip tease, I must extrude autobiography. The only secrets I always withhold are that I am so alone, and that I miss my grandmother. Reader, you may say, now here is a girl with vast sexual hungers, a bitch after my heart. but I am not yours for the asking. Grovel at my feet, remove your monkey suits and dance. Sing erato, erato, erato. Yet I shall be indifferent, not because of morality, but because I do not feel the need. But why you worry? What I am able to give is only what your wife is qualified to give. We are all alike, we women, in our wrappings of hairless skin, all skeletons alike. Only the souls vary that hide somewhere between the flesh and the bone. When I was home on vacation some 13 years ago, my grandmother asked me to spend one night in the old family home. We shall talk, she said. Darling, we shall talk all night. And in the evening, she kept a lighted lantern on the window sill and sat up waiting for me. The house was 400 years old. Its rafters shook in the wind. Those who thought my life precious cried, "Do not go there. We shall have no peace with you sleeping under the tottering roof." My grandmother's lamp burnt all night on the window sill. I know it is no use regretting now or feeling ashamed. I also know that by confessing, by peeling off my layers, I reach closer to the soul and to the bone's supreme indifference. Only those who like to listen, listen. What I narrate are the ordinary events of an ordinary life. My first schoolhouse is now a brothel, and the ladies sun themselves on the lawn in the afternoons with their graying hair, newly washed, left undyed. Who can say, looking at them, that they are toys, fit for the roaring nights? There must be something symbolic here, but I do not remember what I have gathered a few morals to, picking them like the wildflowers on my way. Husbands and wives, here is my advice to you. Obey each other's crazy commands, ignore the same. Turn your home into a merry doghouse. Marriage is meant to be all this, anyway, arranged in most humorous heaven. I have reached the age in which one forgives all. I am ready to forgive friends, they loving, forgive those who ruin friendships, and those who forgave and staved on to love. I am ready to forgive friends, they loving, forgive those who ruin friendships, and those who forgave and stayed on to love. But I shall give a lot to get one of my foes today for a quick picnic somewhere. Not having met for ages, we shall have so much to say. But seriously, I must wake up, come alive. I tell myself and all of you who scan the mirrors for that white gleam in the hair, fall in love with an unsuitable person. Fling yourself on him like a moth of a flame. Let there be despair in every move. Excavate deep, deep pain. To be frank, I have failed. I feel my age and my uselessness. All I want now is to take a long walk into the sea and lie there resting, completely uninvolved. But rest is only a childish whim, a minor hunger. Greater hungers lurk at the basement of the sea. Ultimately, I will feel only the hunger to feed other hungers, the basic one. To crumble, to dissolve, and to retain in other things the potent fragments of oneself. The ultimate discovery will be that we are immortal, the only things mortal being systems and arrangements. Even our pain continuing in the endeavors we constitute the world, even oft repeated moves of every scattered cell will give no power to escape from cages of involvement. I must linger on, trapped in immortality, my only freedom being the freedom to decompose. And here ends the poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.